In this quick lesson, I want to show you how we can silence the warning that we saw in the previous lesson in our index CSS file. This warning appears on the first 3 lines because VS Code does not recognize the syntax that we are using right here. And that's because this is not traditional CSS syntax. This is something that the post CSS transpiler understands and converts to regular CSS in the browser. So what we're going to do is simply ignore or silence this warning because it's not really an issue. So in your VS Code editor, you can press the following shortcut. If you are on a Mac OS computer, you should press Command plus Shift plus P. And if you are a Windows user, you should press Control plus Shift plus P. That is going to bring up the command palette. And the command palette is like a terminal for VS Code. Here we can issue a whole bunch of commands for the editor. So what I'd like for you to search for here is preferences. And then you can put in a term like JSON. And you should see this option right here, preferences open workspace settings. So as soon as I press that, what VS Code is going to do is create a new .vscode folder right here and create a settings.json file inside it. It is in here that we can put specific project settings. And when I say project settings, I mean specifically for working with VS Code. So this is not React settings, if you will, or Tailwind settings. These are VS Code settings for this project. And this project simply refers to this directory, this workspace that we are in. So we're not going to accidentally override your global VS Code settings or anything like that. It's only going to be for this directory, this application, in this case, the My First App project we have. So in here, this is JSON, so I'm going to provide a key and a value. We'll begin with a pair of double quotes, and then we're going to reference the specific VS Code setting that we want. So we can write out CSS dot lint, then dot, then unknown at rules. You can even see as I type that we arrive at that setting automatically. You can just press enter to lock it into place at that point. And then we have 3 options here: raise it as an error, as a warning, or simply ignore it. So we're going to say ignore once again because we know that that specific issue is not an actual error. It's just a detail of working with Tailwind in VS Code. So once I save the settings.json file, the style will apply, or the setting will apply. And if I go back to index.css, you can see that that warning goes away. All right, that's all there is to cover in this lesson, and I will see you in the next one.